It's raining. If you don't believe me. Sheryl. This is a crazy year. I know it just started, but it's raining. I know I want to sound optimistic because if you remember, only a month ago I made a video, or less than a month ago, about this so-called the wildfire in California. It is not wild. It was man-made. And I was actually concerned because I got a midnight text. Guess it's some kind of public service. I don't know, but it's freaky. It has those emergency signs. I know that they say it's a public service. I don't really care because I don't trust the public service. You're a deep state in California. Jerry Brown, Agenda 21. Look it up. I know, I mean, I don't have to convince anybody. I just know in my heart, in my soul, that's what they were trying to do. And it's proven with the county maps in Santa Rosa, where they have the so-called evacuation route and coincides street by street. Again, this guy who posted it, it is true. They screen captured it because they didn't know. The county did not, they didn't care. They published that like 2011, you know, about trying to get rid of this, the area, the residents, and make it part of the new community called Agenda 21. So what happened to it? I want people to update me on what happened to that Santa Rosa. You know, things are burned to ashes, but trees are standing. It's ridiculous if you think about it. Really. It's not conspiracy theory. It's like I said, metal. This is, you know, I'm prepared. I'm prepared in case Antifa like trying to invade me and all that, because the sanctuary state status of illegals and the criminals, the MS-13. I just relayed an article by this Jesse Peterson. He's a reverend, just the opposite of Jesse Jackson, Jesse Peterson. He's patriotic, and you know, he's very smart, that which he dissects the lies of the Democrats to, well, he's a black guy. So there are very few black conservatives like Sheriff Clark, like this guy in Sowell. They're trying to wake up the black folks because of this so-called division, the race card, that's being used by the liberal Democrats, which they used it against me when I was in Hawaii. You know, when they say they're trumping for the little people, they're actually gathering all the money for themselves, really, because when they can redistribute, it's like you wait, you get a ticket and you wait. Ah, shut up! By the time they get to you, you'll probably, you know, get a foot in you know what, in your butt. But anyways, I am happy because Patriots are gonna face the Tennessee. I just want to lighten up a little bit, because I can only take so much. Yeah, I told the roommate, I said, you have to move. I don't think they mean evil. What I'm saying, like, you know how people like bang things, like they just have a heavy hand, like boom, 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 walking up and down stairs. So, I mean, this is my little confession I'm making. Forgive me, God, because I'm not trying to be mean. I just realized that due to my childhood, and this is not playing the victimhood. It's about if you have been so-called like injured, assaulted, or abandoned when you're a kid, those things are traumatic. They're buried in the so-called deep layer. Okay, so maybe I'm just giving myself a psychiatry lesson 101, because it's according to the word. A lot of times you buried it, and when you grow up, you try to go, oh, yeah, I'm funny, ha-ha, and irreverent, you see. But it's that deep scar, because I was awakened when I was 4 years old. Again, I have to forgive my father, because my mother tried to commit suicide, and this is in a different country, of course, third world country, and in poverty. and I don't think my well, you know, Chinese people, when I say you know, maybe you don't know, a lot of times they're sort of clueless or stern. They want to project the imagery of austereness. They don't want to be seen as emotional, so they never hug the child. And maybe my father was afraid or did not know how to explain to me that he couldn't take care of me, and he was probably in distress. Like I said, I was rolling in the dirt and mud and all that kind of stuff since my mother left China because of the violent tendency of my dad. Okay, so I guess people don't get along. They're in poverty, so she split. But I was not told anything. I guess I was kind of rolling or wallowing in dirt. And I probably blamed myself for it. So when he woke me up in the middle of the night, I'm talking about the dead middle of the night, and I panicked. I just went, ah! Like that, right? So it's like, hush up, shut up, with a little scooter or bike, with a little motor. A motor me in the middle of the night to a pitch dark alley, and this is all like, you have to know, they're really, poverty does not give you like much choice. There's not even amenity of light, so I was really scared shitless. But long story short, this is why I feel like why I was chomping my teeth even after I tried. When I say chomping my teeth at night, like I think I told you, a lady from the hygienist or dentist office said that I can prove it to you. She said, look at this, this is all flattened now, meaning somebody took a paper knife and scraped it. It should not be like that. Because I resisted to admit that I chomped, meaning the grinding, because I was probably dead asleep, and I said nobody ever warned me about it. It should be like that. It's just clenching, so much power. Believe me, I woke up today, my mouth was bleeding. I mean, the chomper thing, the so-called, not this thing, you know, I wasn't going to pay $500 for a dentist, so-called, the dentist made, what do you call it, the mouth guard. So I did get some, I tried out the cheapy ones from CVS. I thought they're just as good because I think I swallowed one. Seriously, no, they disappear. I had a dozen of them for like $30, $33. But every day I can't find them. So violently, I think in my sleep, either I jump on them. I know it's scary, but as I was explaining to you, for the longest time, my ex-husband never, I was sleeping with a guy for 10 years. He never told me, honey, wake up, because you're doing this. So I don't understand it. And I'm not about to subjugate myself to some kind of sleep observation, because then I probably won't be able to sleep at all. I probably like drool and all that kind of stuff, which is better, because you know, when you drool at night, at least your mouth is open, so you're not clenching. Anyways, and this is just in case if I go out to a museum or something. Friend of mine says that you need to go to like Getty's museum. I mean, in fact, yes, was in such a terrible stress and anxiety, and some people are just wired that way. Means that not because just I am a woman, you know, more prone to this anxieties and stuff like that. I mean, I believe as a child of God, I have control, I have dominion over those things. But again, we're living in this roller coaster age and living in California. I mean, you'll be afraid. You'll be afraid. These people, like just down the street, I'm talking about people when they're homeless. In fact, that they want to be here, but they defecate on the streets. And just the other day, they went to the Ralph when I was checking out. The lady was chiding me, right? This woman, Sonia. And I said that from now on, I'm calling it the communist Ralph supermarket, or the Commie Ralph, or that's for short, Commie Ralph. Because this Sonia was like so mean, and then she was yelling at, and all of a sudden the homeless guy came in. I'm serious, and he said, "Could I just have a plastic bag?" And I showed him the bag, and she said,